Hello and welcome to Home Cooking Spain. Today for lunch I'm going to be cooking a Spanish omelette the other way. Okay, let's start off by peeling the potatoes. I call this omelette the other way. Well, I call it the Andalusian way. That is because when I lived in Andalucía, this is how I saw it being done, and the way that it was served in the bars as a tapa. So that's the reason why I call it that way. So we'll start off by getting these potatoes peeled. So once the potatoes are peeled, I will cut them up. And I'm going to cut them like this in thin slices. Okay, so the potatoes are done. Now I'm going to chop some onion up. I'm going to finely chop it. And we'll leave it here to one side. And while I'm here, I'm going to crack the eggs onto this glass bowl. I will add a bit of salt to them. And I'll give them a good whisk until they're nice and creamy. Okay, I've also got some tomatoes here that I picked up this morning, and I'll be doing a salad with onion. Next, I've got my frying pan here. I've got it on number 7. And I've put some sunflower oil in it, halfway more or less, and once that is heated up, I will throw the potatoes in. Let's check if it's hot or not. Nearly. Another minute. Okay, so that's bubbling in nicely, so what I'll do is gently add the potatoes in, hoping it won't splash me. And these, today, I'm going to cook them until they're nice and soft. They don't have to be brown, like when I make the other style Spanish omelettes. And of course, I'll add salt to this. I used a small frying pan, as you've seen me do my other omelettes in, because I still haven't bought one of these, but smaller. This one's a 30cm one. I'm looking to buy a 28cm. Once I get down to it. And here is our little tomato and onion salad, which I shall put in the fridge. So after a while, the potatoes, I'll give them a move around. And of course, today's dinner cannot go without some wine and some fresh crusty bread. Cheers everybody. So, they've been on here another 5-7 minutes and they're starting to soften up. So now, it's the time to add the onion in, because if I add it with the potatoes at the beginning, as they are so small, the onion bits, they'll just burn off everywhere. So we'll leave it there and come back in another 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, another 5 or 7 minutes have gone by. So I'll give this a turn over. And we'll leave them there another 5 or 7 minutes until the onions start to go a bit brown. Okay, so another 5 minutes have gone by, and as you can see, the potatoes are nice and soft. The onion is nice and soft too. So now for the next step. So I'll turn this heat off and I'll put this thingy bob over that frying pan and get all the potatoes and onion out onto that. Okay, next we've got the potatoes and we've got the egg here, and we'll just add it to the egg. You won't believe what happened to me just a minute ago. I was putting away the oil, the hot oil that I just fried the potatoes in, and it just fell on my foot, or burnt my foot. Damn. So this is the difference to the other omelettes that I make, is that the potato, onion and the egg, you sort of mash it up all in. Well, this is the way that I found out when I used to live in Andalucía. So this is how I'm showing you how I'm doing it. So we'll mash this up all nicely, and next I'll turn the heat on. I'll turn it on to number 7. There's hardly any oil in here, as you can see. You don't really need any if you've got a non-stick pan, of course. So we'll wait for this to heat up. Okay, so once the oil is hot, I'm going to add all this in. And we shall even it about. Bit of oil here. That's the oil, because there's always some on the potatoes. So that's nice and even, and we'll leave it there. I'm going to turn it down to number 6, and we'll leave it there for about 5 minutes. Okay, so while this has been on here, I've done the washing up. My wife will be happy, as she's the one that does the washing up after lunch. So the less that she has to do, the better. So let's do this all around. I'm going to turn this down to number 5. I had it on too high. I don't know why I put it on number, but it's spinning rounds nicely, isn't it? Whee, look at that. So, it's my favourite part now. It's a flipping over time. If this is your first time flipping over an omelette, I recommend that you do it over a large plate or something, just in case it falls everywhere. At least that way you won't have to chuck it away. First flip, looking good. What do you think? And now back in there it goes. Yes, it will fit. It always does in the end. There you go. So we'll leave it on there for another few minutes. It all depends how hard or soft you like the egg inside. Okay, let's flip it over again. Once more in there. And this is done. So what I'll do is just flip it once back in again. And there you go. What do you think? Would you eat this? Okay then, so let's have a look at this, what it's like. I know what it's going to be like. So, here it is. What do you think? I would love to know. Leave me a comment. And as you can see, we shall be eating it with a tomato and onion salad. Tomato from my garden, of course, and some fresh crusty bread, which I make myself. So, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Please give me a like if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And I look forward to doing my next video. Goodbye.